Today, we're talking about conflict and tension. Think of them as the engine of your narrative, that heartbeat pushing your audience forward to want more. At its core, conflict is the struggle between opposing forces. It's the mountain your character is desperate to climb, the stormy river that they must cross. These are the hurdles that act as catalysts for the transformations of your characters. Through conflict, we put pressure on our characters, and it is this pressure that triggers them to adapt, evolve, and grow. Conflict can scale from mild to extreme. On the other end, it can be as trivial as a character struggling to open a stubborn jar of pickles. It can be as intense as a character battling against a life-threatening antagonist. The size doesn't matter, it's the impact of the conflict on the character, the changes it forces in them that capture audience interest. Consider a scene where two friends are engaged in a casual chat. There's no visible conflict. However, let's add in a layer. One of the friends is in the throes of a silent battle with a can of beans. It may seem trivial, but it's the mild conflict that adds interest to the scene. Then we have tension. Tension is the spark, the anticipation, the what's going to happen next feeling that keeps your audiences on the edge of their seats. It's that sense of a ticking clock, a secret on the brink of revelation, a decision with the potential to change everything. These are all paths to ramp up tension. Conflict and tension, they are the crucible in which characters are tested and transformed. They are what engage your audience, what give your characters depth, and what fuel your narrative. Before we wrap up, let's go over some useful tips and exercises to hone your craft of integrating conflict and tension in your stories. Tip number 1 is start small. You don't need to create an existential crisis for every character right away. Start with simple, everyday conflicts like our example of opening a can of beans. This practice will help you understand the subtleties of integrating conflict into your narrative. Tip number 2 is use subtext. Not all conflicts need to be visible. Sometimes the most intense tensions come from what's unspoken, from the brewing conflict underneath the surface dialogue and the action. Tip number 3, keep your audience on their toes. Introduce unexpected elements of conflict or plot twists to maintain tension and keep your audience engaged. Exercise number 1, write a one-page scene between two characters with no apparent conflict. Revise that scene by adding a minor, then a major conflict. Notice how these additions affect the narrative pace and the character dynamics. The next exercise is write a dialogue between two characters avoiding a controversial topic. Let the tension simmer beneath the surface of their conversation. How does this subtextual conflict add layers to your scene? Exercise number 3. Take a scene from your current project, add an unexpected twist or conflict, and observe how it alters the tension and characters' reactions. Practicing the integration of conflict and tension in your narrative will help you create more engaging, dynamic stories. So challenge yourself, step out of your comfort zone, and see how your storytelling evolves. Remember, conflict and tension are your allies in storytelling and should be included in all of your scenes in one way or another.